Hi everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life, and if you're new, welcome! I'm so glad you found me. Thank you so much for watching and joining in on the glitter. I have a glitter report for you. 2 weeks in a row, I have managed to film my weekly favorites. Kim J, you know this is for you. Linda, Libby, you gals like who love the glitter reports, like this is for you guys, and I'm really proud of myself that I've managed to get 2 filmed in a row. I hope you like some of my weekly favorites. I just have a couple things to show you this week. I have really been into eyeshadow. Well, okay, first off, I should tell you what's on my lips because you're all gonna ask, and if I wait till the end, those of you who don't watch the video all the way through, you're not gonna know and you're gonna ask me in the comments. So I am wearing one of the new NARS Audacious lipsticks, and this is one of the limited edition colors, the Barney like exclusive, Barney's NARS boutique exclusives, called Dominique, and I think it is such an awesome color. It is like this like really mauve-y, cool tone, like almost like bluish purple, and I definitely think it's a little vampy and I kind of dig it, but I thought I matched my scarf, so I was like, let's do this. I'm probably not quite ready to wear this color yet until fall, but it's LA, so it's like fake fall, right? So anyway, okay, so I have been super into like eyes lately and eyeshadow and all that kind of stuff. And I feel like I have so many new eyeshadows and all this kind of stuff that I'm playing with and like swatching and testing out and probably gonna review for you. But one of the things that is definitely in my favorites this week are the Morphe shadows. Morphe or Morphe, I hear people say it both ways. Well, next time I'm in there, I'm gonna ask them how it's pronounced because I definitely hear people say it both ways. But so I have these in a MAC palette without the inset. So this like bottom row, except for that, that's obviously MAC. That's like Hepcat or something like that. Yeah, that's Hepcat. This bottom row, these are Morphe shadows, and then a handful into this like top row are Morphe shadows, and I just have been honestly loving them. I cannot believe how pigmented they are, and they're $2, you guys. So this palette is a mix of MAC and the Morphe shadows. Morphe, I don't even know what to say, you guys. Mix of those shadows, and I just think it's really pretty. I love the way it looks. This isn't my MAC Neutrals palette, which I'm gonna, hopefully the video of that is gonna go up next week, so you can see which my MAC palette is. But this isn't the one I kind of reach for all the time, but now that these new $2 shadows are in the bottom that are just so crazy pigmented, I've been reaching for this a lot more. So that's definitely on my favorites, and they blend out like a dream. I honestly, I need to ask them because I don't get how they can make like shadows that are that good for that cheap. And I actually did. One time I said something about it, and she said, well, they're really all about brushes, and everything else is kind of like the icing on the cake. It's like how they accessorize, so they're not marking them up like crazy. But I'll tell you what, these shadows are definitely comparable to MAC, and you know, I really haven't played with my Makeup Geek ones, to be honest. I need to really get those in the rotation. I just have so many other things kind of like stacked up in front of those, so I'll let you know if I think they're comparable to those as well. So, and you know, it's so funny because at the end of the day, they're probably all made at the same place. Who knows? But you know, in the cosmetic industry, like the low end stuff is made at the same factory as the high end, basically, so who knows. So anyway, I've been loving those. The other thing that I've really been wearing a ton this week are some of my NARS dual intensity shadows, and oh my gosh, like you can see, I think this is Callisto, Himalaya, that one I have like really been wearing a ton. I did a really beautiful smoky eye with Agave, which is the really like pretty navy one. That was the easiest like smoky eye I've ever done, and it was so pretty. I saw one of my like colleagues do a smoky eye like that, and I was like, I'm gonna recreate that. So a little bit of Andromeda kind of in that inner corner has been really beautiful. So these are a ton of fun. If you haven't picked those up yet, I really recommend it. I know they are so expensive, but honestly I think they're worth it. The quality is gorgeous. The pigmentation is really beautiful. I have a swatch video for these. I'll link that down below to make it easy for you guys to find if you haven't seen that yet. But gosh, they're just really fun. They're beautiful dry, but wet is kind of like, for me, the showstopper. When you can, anytime you can do like a look that almost looks like you've got like a liquid metallic or like a foiled metallic, I just love it. I think it's so cool. So those are some of the things that I have been like obsessing over for my eyes. For face, I've got a couple favorites. One is this amazing Cosmetics pink chocolate blush. I got this from a friend that I did a swap with. I'll link that video down below if you haven't seen that swap haul either, which was really fun. So this is beautiful. I have this on today. I have this on layered over my YSL like baby doll like pink blush and cheek thing that I listed in my favorites last week. So I should have showed it to you again, but I'm like, I showed it last week, but it's still one of my favorites. But this blush is so pretty, and I love how small it is. It would be great for travel. Speaking of small, I've been loving the It Cosmetics CC Radiance Bronzer. This thing is huge. It's the size of like a dinner plate. I like can't believe it. I like crack up. So let's show you the blush next to this. I mean, little baby and big pop-up. I just think it's so funny, right? Anyway, actually, coming up in the next, I don't know when I'm gonna upload that video, but you'll see me do a review of this bronzer. I should put that up. I don't know why I haven't put that up yet. So anyway, I'll get that up for you guys because I'll let you know what I think about this. Obviously, I ruined the surprise because it's in one of my favorites. It's in my Friday favorites, but I have a good review going up about this, so watch for that. Something else that I've been wearing on my cheeks a lot lately is the NARS, and I don't talk about these a ton. These are the NARS multiples, not the matte multiples. I stopped talking about the matte multiples on my channel because you can't get them right now. They're sold out worldwide, and they are supposed to be coming back in stock. It's a big question mark as to when that's going to happen. So it's killing me because I would love to be showing you looks with those and talking about those on my channel, but most of you didn't get a chance to get your hands on that, and I don't want you to hate me for showing you how to use something you can't get. So those will be coming back on my channel. But anyway, this is Maldives, and oh my gosh, it's like so pretty. Look at that, like just for your like cheek. Oh my gosh. So pretty on the eye too. I love this kind of like on the eye as like a base for an eye look. And it's amazing how well your eyeshadow stays on over the top of these. As always, I use an eye primer though, so you should think about that as well. But Maldives, I have a NARS multiple in my purse 365 days out of the year. You could fix a lot with this little stick right here. I don't know if you can tell, but I changed my bedding. I just needed to wash my duvet the other day, and I was like, I didn't have time to wait for that one to come back off, so I pulled this one out of the closet, and it's just sort of like a pink and white like floral. I have had it for years. I got it at TJ Maxx forever ago, and I used to have so much bedding when I lived in Northern California because I had this big linen closet and I could store it all. But now that I live in LA, I have 2 duvet covers, this one and the blue hydrangea one that you guys always see. So that's all I got. Okay, speaking of favorites, I don't know. Let me tell you a couple more. A couple more face favorites. I have been trying out a new foundation this week, and I guess you can tell me what you think about it. I'm wearing it today. You can tell me if you think it's nice or not, or if it's pretty or not. I am trying out the Cover FX Total Cover Cream Foundation, and in shade P40. There we go. I had P20 in the winter time, and I wore it like once or twice. Actually, I took it with me when I was at Disneyland 2 days back to back when my friends were there, and so I wore it both days at I wore it both days in the park at Disneyland and really put it to the test. And I liked it, but I felt like it was really too light for me. And so I got a new one. This is P40. And I don't know, I've been wearing it all week. I haven't worn a cream foundation in a while because I mostly wear liquid foundation or the matte BB gel from Cover FX or Lingerie de Peau from Guerlain. So I've been wearing this, and it's definitely, this is, I would consider a full coverage foundation, and it is also buildable. So it is the real deal foundation wise. And I've been using the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer in Vanilla Light 1, Light 2. I should know it's Light 2. Chantilly is Light 1, so I should know that. Have been using this just a little teeny bit under my eyes, not doing the whole highlight thing with this, but really just kind of using that in my inner corner and under my eyes. I think sometimes we get a little too crazy with concealer, and I'm trying not to. So let me know what you think about this foundation on my skin. And if you want to see a review of that foundation too, like a review and demo, let me know, because you know I'll do one for you. My last, nope, not my last favorite. Hang on one second. I've got two brushes that I've really been loving. This is the new NARS, part of their Kabuki series, and it's like I should have done my homework. I apologize, because I cannot remember for the life of me what the name of this brush is. But it's the larger, it's the mama to the Yachio. And God, this brush is so luxurious. I love it. It is $55, so it is not cheap. But I just love it. I've been using it to like spot powder my face. I've been using it for bronzer. I have been using it just for anything that I possibly can think of, because I just want to use it because I love the way it feels. It's just so soft. So it's got that big fluffy dome head. It's got a tapered, like a little tapered dome. And it's wrapped like the Yachio is. There's another little baby one that just came out too, like a little flat top kabuki. I have that one as well. It's really cool. It's great for like a blown out contour, or really like, especially like that contour around your forehead. And anyway, this is definitely like, I can't stop using it. I just keep using it for stuff that I don't even need to use it for, because I want to. On the opposite end of the price spectrum, another brush that I've been loving is this tiny little flat, another little brush that I've been loving is this tiny little flat synthetic, probably concealer brush. I have definitely been using it for pigments and pressed pigments, and it's from Morphe brushes, and it doesn't have a name. It's not labeled, so my apologies, but it's like definitely synthetic. Really soft though. I'm getting pigment all over me, but just so perfect for like really kind of like tamping down that pigment like on the lid, or doing like a spotlight eye with this. A ton of fun. Wouldn't probably use this as a concealer brush, but for the eyes, love it. My last favorite, oh my gosh, you guys, look what this is. This is the Agave Restorative Hydrating Mask. They just are about to launch this, and I happened to get it in my hot little hands last week. So I've used it, I think I've used it 2 or 3 times since I've received it. And it says to use 1 to 2 times per week as needed. And I don't know about you, but I just thought my hair needed it. So I think I literally used it once last week, and then I've used it twice this week. And I feel like it has made such a difference in my hair. My hair is just like, obviously not flat ironed because it's the summertime, so why bother? It's too hot here. It's gonna end up in a ponytail anyhow. But I just feel like it's really kind of like knocked down any of that frizz and those like flyaways. It's keeping it from like dreadlocking in the back. And I just even feel like on the ends overall, like the health of my hair is a lot better. It feels like it just kind of sealed the follicle. So I'm gonna be doing a review of this product, so look for that video to come into your little like email box at some point too. So God, I love Agave. They don't pay me anything to tell you that. I just love their product, and I think it smells so good. And you know me, it's really hard to find something I think that smells good. I'm just chit-chatting way too much today, you all. I'm so sorry. Anyway, that is it for my glitter report, my weekly favorites. I hope you have a great week, and I gotta bust out a bunch of videos for you guys this weekend because I'm going to be in New York City all week next week on special assignment with beautylish.com. Can't wait to tell you more about that. I'll probably vlog from it. I haven't been very good at vlogging, and I'm sorry. It's because I kind of think my life is boring. You wouldn't probably think it's boring, but I don't know. I just haven't been doing it. So I will try to vlog from New York City. I'm basically back in LA for 24 hours before I am in San Francisco all of the following week, once again with beautylish.com for another special assignment. So you might get back-to-back vlogs, but it probably won't be up until after I'm back from San Francisco. And I apologize if my videos aren't quite 3 a week next week and the following week. I'm gonna do my best to make sure that happens, but if it doesn't, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Anyway, you guys, have an awesome weekend. Bye.